Hey, congratulations. You're here. You're where you want to be. You're at the point today, right now, where you're ready to go on your Google Business profile and fill out the form, do all the stuff to get there. All right? So if you haven't watched all the videos, if you haven't taken all the steps, I urge you, just go back. Make sure you get it all done. Don't take any shortcuts. Make sure you get your Facebook, your YouTube, your Instagram, your Twitter, your LinkedIn, your Gmail account, everything. Just make sure you do it. You got this. Because that's all the things you're going to need. So when you go to fill out the form, you get everything prepared. Your main, your Google Business Profile main category, your description, everything. You get everything set. You're ready to go, and you put it down there, and then boom. When you go to submit, it's going to say submit with a phone number instead of a video. Now, if you get the video verification, don't freak out. You can still get that. But hey, get everything done here. At least you're not going to get suspended, number one. Number two, if you did all the things I said here, then boom. You know what's going to happen? You're going to have everything ready to get your business on the first page of Google, on the map pack, and rock and roll. And the best thing, you start getting Google reviews. So yes, you got this. So I go through the form here with you. I show you how to fill out everything when you apply for your Google Business Profile. Make sure you have everything ready before you jump into this because it puts you on a timer and you don't want to get timed out. You got this. And voila. Congratulations. Now you're ready to verify your Google Business Profile. Even better. Remember I talked about this. You're well on your way to doing the essential SEO to get your business on the first page of Google on the map pack. Remember, you want to be found. And you'll be getting Google reviews because that's what this is all about. You need a Google Business Profile in order to get Google reviews. But also, you want your website to be found. You're well on your way. So then, now we're ready. Now we're finally got to the Google Business Profile. I know you're thinking, geez Louise, Billy, this took forever to get us there. Well, yes, but you're going to get verified. I mean, there's no guarantee in life, but you do all the things I said to do. If you do just as much as possible, and I think you can do it all, give yourself some credit. You do all that stuff, and you're going to get verified. But this, you just go to google.com/business. Okay? That's what you do. Boom. And then this is what comes up. All right? And this is basically stand out on Google with a free business profile. Oh, what? It's free. Remember, I told you 95% of the stuff I'm telling you to do is free. Okay? So this is going to get you on a Google search. This is going to have the maps and new customers with a free business profile for your storefront or service office. So you have to personalize all this stuff. So then hit manage now. You're ready to rock and roll. Boom. Get your business discovered on Google search, maps, and more. That's that part Google's telling you is true. They're saying this is all you have to do. But don't do this unless you did all the stuff I told you to do before. Don't do this until you do all that stuff. Because I'm going to show you in a second. There's two bad things that can happen if you don't have your business looking like a legitimate business before you do this. Remember I told you why. There's all these bogus businesses out there trying to get on the Google Map Pack and sell leads. Okay, and that happens. So the reason I'm telling you to do all that stuff is in a second it could become apparent, but just trust me on this. So you put your business name there. Remember we talked about your business name. I don't care what it is. Just be consistent. Pick one, live with it. So whatever you put there, I mean, you could change it later, but that's a pain in the ass, man. Don't buy it. You got to get the right business name now. So that's why you're already thinking about it. This is what happens all too often. People say, oh, they get verified. They haven't thought all this stuff through. They put in a name willy-nilly, and it's not the right name they want to go with, and it's different everywhere. So you gave this some thought. You gave this some consideration. Whatever you want to go with, this is going to be it. You try to change it later, don't be that guy. Don't try to change it later. It'll be a pain in the ass. So then the next thing is you have choose your business type. I blurred this out so you can't see the exact name of the company, but I don't want to, You understand. Anyway, so, but it's a landscaping company here, so it's a service business. You could actually choose more than one of these. Online retail would be e-commerce, or local store, like it's a brick and mortar, like you have a spot. You could have, for example, you could have a brick and mortar place where you sell landscaping stuff. Landscaping supplies, and have a service business. But we're going to choose just the service business this time. Boom, and go to the next one. And so then it says enter a business category. Remember this? We did this already. We went over all this. We talked about what your business category is going to be. So again, you don't want to be sitting here like a deer in the headlights and this comes up and say, oh, what's my business category? You should already have it. So we talked about this before. And for example, we're going to go with lawn care service on this one. Okay. It could be, but you want to think about it. Remember, Google's an open book test. Go to your city, put in your main keyword, what you do, keywords, find out what they're rewarding to be on the first page on the Google Map Pack. That's what you put in there. Okay? Not hard. I showed you how to do this before. Good. That's why you want to have this ready to go before you get here. Okay? Where do you serve your customers? Okay, this is optional. This is not optional, guys. You got to do this. Okay? Now, this is what I suggest you do. There's a lot of people going to get wild and crazy and put a lot of stuff in here. If you're in Tupelo, Mississippi, where the city is, where you're going to register, where they're going to be, they're going to know where you're at, you put in Tupelo. Because you got to get ranked in Tupelo before you go to the next city over. So if you're a suburb of Denver, you put in Boulder or whatever you're at. If you're a suburb of New Orleans, you put the suburb in. Don't get greedy and start putting all these cities in. You could add more later, and you can and change it. I don't want you to change it, but put your main city where your address is in now. You got to get ranked there first. You got to get on the map pack there first. And people, they want to put 2 hours away or 20 miles away. Don't recommend it. Just be conservative right now. Get ranked where you're at. Then we can start moving out and go to other places. Okay? Contact details, you got to put that in, your phone number, website. The website should not be optional, guys, after all the stuff I went through. I know you don't have to have a website to have a Google Business Profile. I know a lot of people that don't, okay? It's harder now to get it, okay? And all the stuff I told you to be doing, that's obviously that's what, you need to. So if you want to give it a chance, great, but I really, really think you need a website. This is where you need to be spending a little money on, not crazy money. Remember, I talked about this, and I'll talk about it till I'm blue in the face. Self-made millionaires and billionaires. That's the whole definition of self-made. That's what you are. That's what I am. Okay? I wasn't born with a silver spoon in my mouth. I wasn't born on third base and thought I hit a triple. Okay? If you're like me, you had to scrap for everything you have. I grew up in a trailer park. I get it. Okay, no one gave me a bunch of stuff, so you have to have another job. Go out and get another job to get the money up to get business going. That's what you need to do. But this is one of the things I think you need to spend a little money on is get a nice website. If you have some tech savvy, you can do it yourself. But you have to have all that stuff I told you about: your meta tags, your title tags, your headers, your footer, all that stuff. You got to be able to put all the links. You got to be able to do all that. If you can't, then you need help. That's just the way it is. Okay? So you want to put your business on the map, get discovered in your area, respond to reviews. You want to get reviews. Managing your business details across Google. So what do you want to do? Is you want to get news and tips? I recommend you go ahead and check this one. All right? Get invitations. I don't know what that one, but boom. Just go ahead and get that. Just check the box, play their game. I know you're going to you could always, it is what it is. All right? Okay, now, guys. All right, so this is the next thing you fill out here to verify your Google Business Profile listing is your address. Put USA, put your actual street address, your city, your state, your zip. You want to fill this out with correct information. So then you want to select a way to get verified. See, you got two ways here. This is the promised land. You got a phone code or business video. You always want to choose the phone code every time. So you put your phone in there and boom, they send it to you and you're going to get verified. So this This is the promised land if this is the way you do it, phone code. Now, if you have to do the business video, again, send me an email, Billy at connectfolksmarketing.com. I have a full memo. I explain to people how to do that. I should do a video on it. I've done it so many times now, help people with their videos. But in any event, it's not the end of the world if you have to do the business video, but you got to do it the right way. You got to follow the instructions I give you, and you'll get it done. Okay. But hopefully you don't have to do that. Hopefully you don't have to hassle that. You give the phone code, they send it to you, and voila, you're off and running. Then here we have our landscaper. You add your services in. You go through here, click off the ones that apply to you. If you need more, you show more, or add a custom service. Let's suppose you do, one of the ones they have here would be lawn care and that type of stuff. But suppose you do something wild and crazy like clear cutting or whatever, and then you put that down there. So the business hours, you want to make sure that you put them in accurately, but this is what you need to know. If your business is closed and someone's looking, then Google will show a competitor that's open. So that's why some people put 24/7 on there. I don't recommend you do that unless, of course, you have some type of answering service, maybe AI automation service or an answering service, so people actually answer the call. But otherwise, I suggest you put in something close to your regular hours, maybe 7 a.m. to 6 p.m. or 7 p.m. or 9 to 5, whatever it is. But you just have to realize that people are going to call and they expect you to be there. But you need some way to collect that information. So but make sure you take this exact, like you see here, and put it exactly the way it's on the Google Business profile. Put it on the footer or the bottom of your website. Exactly. And when you go do your name, address, and phone number and nap around the internet, make sure those hours match these hours. All right? Remember we talked about this? You already have your business description done. I showed you how to do this. You don't want to be deer in the headlights when this comes up. Oh, what do I put? And start typing something out. And I've heard people say, "Oh, less is more." No, you want a full business description, but you don't want to stuff it with a bunch of keywords. So, like I said, take a couple keywords, a couple keyword phrases, and then put them in there and have it. Have ChatGPT sound natural. You want to again be at a 6th grade level, even a 3rd grade level, some people say, for adults. All right. So make sure you fill this out. You're going to fill out everything in its entirety on your Google Business profile. And remember, we had photos of your work. Well, you already have photos. So you should have photos ready. When you get here, you had more is more. More is more. All right. So the more photos you have, the better. All right. So put more photos in. Put photos. If you have a sign out front of your office, or your business, take a picture of that. If you have a placard on the side of the truck, take a picture of that and put it on here too. Or your trucks. Or if you have your workers, boom. That's what you want. You want photos of yourself or your workers showing you smiling. That's what we're looking for. That's what people want to see, is that you're trustworthy and that you're going to do good work. So that's what you want to show, your nice smiling photos, and show good photos of your work. So you want to start filling out or completing your Google Business profile as soon as possible. And so what I've given you here is the roadmap on how to do all that. And immediately after verification or upon verifying, you want to get all your service areas in and product descriptions. And I might have mentioned is that if you're a service provider, your service areas are your products. You want to put that in there, and you want to add in your product descriptions and your company description, all that with relevant keywords, but you want to make it natural, easy to read. You want to get your photos in. You want to get your logo in. And I suggest you do some Q&A. So I hear question and answers. You get some of the question and answers in. And that's what you want to do. And perhaps even an offer or two. Here, I'll go over that in a second with you. But this sort of shows you what some of the things you could put in there for example, create an offer over here. You could put an offer in, and then what I would do is as you see here, there's more and more and more. And what I'd suggest you do is gradually over time, you add services, you add products, you expand your list to have more niche offerings over time. So you don't want to overwhelm and put too much stuff in at once, but you want to get it filled out. And then, this, for example, this is one of our clients I showed you here. Our new clients, we haven't done much to get theirs going yet, but so you want to share your posts, your updates, your weekly updates. You want to press fresh photos. You want to start, of course, getting reviews. That's important. And so you want to gradually over time, you want to fill all this in and get it more and more in there. And so regular updates and activities show that your Google Business profile listing is accurate and it's active, and you want to refine your descriptions, your offers, your questions, the answers, that type of stuff, and keep putting more and more stuff on. And then you want to keep adding more reviews and responding to reviews, and that's what we do. So I hope this has helped you. I appreciate you watching, appreciate you listening in. This is Billy Dunley with ConnectFolksMarketing.com, and you definitely need your Google Business profile before you get your Google reviews. And the beautiful thing is, the way I've told you to do it is you'll have your website ready to go. You have a lot of the SEO going for it. You'll have your Facebook, your Instagram, your Twitter, your YouTube, and your LinkedIn all done, and all linked down to your website. And so, boom, you're way ahead of where everyone else is at this point. So, hey, this is Billy Dunley. If you need our help, and we're here for you, we have an offer of 50 free Google reviews. Once you get your Google Business profile up, get you going, check back in with you. Make sure you like and subscribe, because I'm going to be doing more videos on how to use, guerrilla marketing tactics. That is very inexpensive marketing tactics to try to get clients in order to get customers, so you could patients, whatever your niche is, so you could rock your business. That's really what it's all about, is be successful. It's all about you, your family, and hey, that's why you're doing this, is to secure the future for you and your family. So hey, I wish you the best. Thanks so much for watching. And again, this is Billy, Connect Folks Marketing. Thanks so much for checking in. Hey, congratulations. You did it all. Now, you're going to follow all the stuff in here. Now what you're going to do is, now that you got verified, now you're going to need Google reviews and you need business. So we'll talk about that. So if you need Google reviews, reach out to us. All right? Here's our phone number. Here's our URL. We'll help you all that. But hey, I'm here for you. If you have any questions, you have any concerns, drop them in the comments. I'll answer all of them. You got this. Hey, thanks for watching this series. I really, really appreciate it. If you like and subscribe, then you get more of my content, more of my videos, and then you're going to be able to, hey, rock and roll. So, again, thanks for watching. You got this. See you on the flip side.